And yes, we are live. Hello, everyone. A very good evening from Singapore, Taiwan, and Japan. And today, if those who have been following us, will realize that our timings is a little bit different compared to our usual 8 o'clock. And this is how flexible our business is. So, once again, today I'm very excited to introduce myself and our guests. I'm Jen from Singapore. And I have Amanda from Taiwan. And of course, our guest, Chicago from Japan. Hi, Chicago. Thank you
Hello,
for
everybody.
joining us here. Yeah, and for those who are watching us for the first time, you may wondering what is these three beautiful ladies doing on screen. Yeah, actually, we have this new episode that Amanda and myself actually kickstart in this year. And we actually wanted to share in life how important it is to always to pause, reset, restart, and refocus whatever we have in mind. And today's topic is about mindfulness and meditation. And of course, we thought, who else better than Chicago to have her with us? So here we are.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And as we mentioned in the last episode, to restart, refocus, it all starts here in the mental chatter that we have inside our brain. And that's why we thought that mindfulness meditation is one of the important tools that we can use, that we can grab easily on a daily basis and do on a daily basis so that we could put ourselves to a calm state, relax, and face whatever situation we're gonna facing and realize that everything is just okay, right? And Chikako has so many experiences about this. She has gone through a lot of personal development, and I think she's the best person that we know to talk about the importance of mindfulness meditation. So, Chikako, would you want to add something to that?
Well, thank you for picking me for this topic, mindfulness and meditation. Um, so, what do you want to add to what Amanda said? Well, so for those of you who are watching, I wonder if you know or what you know about mindfulness. Or
Correct.
like
That's a
you
good
might be
question.
what is mindfulness? So I I want to I want everybody to experience, like I can explain, but explanation it just goes to your knowledge, and mindfulness is all about experiencing mindfulness.
Mm.
Otherwise you never be mindful if you have like knowledge about mindfulness, right? So then
Yeah.
Yeah.
the mindfulness meditation, so that maybe this is mindfulness, like as an
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
I would
So,
actually think that mindfulness to me would be like being aware of what is happening within ourselves. That that
Mm,
that's what I would think. Because there's another word called awareness, self-awareness, right? So self-awareness, I would think is more for uh outside of us. But I would
mhm,
think that mindfulness would be really something to be more aware, more internally, be it about our thoughts, our feelings, or even sometimes our speech. Yeah, so
mm,
that's probably the nutshell for me.
mhm. And
Yeah.
also outside as well, like mindfulness, can be like surroundings.
yes.
When we are in our head, notice like how much we are not present with what's in front of us. Or
Correct.
do you guys remember what you ate yesterday for lunch?
Yeah, I did. I do. I had my fried rice with the how do you what you call it in the famous Thai food where it's a pie with mashed prawn inside it, and it's deep fried. Yeah, so I totally get I totally agree with what Jen and Chikako has mentioned, being mindful. And that's what I think mindfulness for me is, being present. Like, for example, when you're eating something, you know the taste, we are aware of the taste, the texture of the food you're eating, every bite and every swallow of it. Or when you're drinking water, simply drinking water, noticing how the water flows inside your mouth and down your throat, or the freshness of it. Or sometimes, a lot of times, um, when we talk about meditation, a lot of times also focusing on the breathing, right? So it's being aware that when you breathe in your air, where does the air flow and how does it exhale? And that brings our body to the present moment. Like, this is life already. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I think really mindfulness and is so important, because it brings back to the present, which is what the only thing that we have right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really, like, brings us joy at the same time. Like, when we are present to something, we're using all the five senses, right? Smell and sound and, colors and temperature. So
Yeah.
that actually, that's life. Like, as
Yes.
a being, only humans can feel that. I mean, animals can feel it too, but like living beings can feel that. I don't
Yeah.
know about
Yeah.
plants. So that's the joy, part by like being alive, right? So,
Yes.
like, we're so busy thinking about something and worried about something, and then when we are doing
Mm.
that, we are not mindful whatsoever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
becomes
And
stressful.
our thoughts create those anxiety, or makes us so fearful, so frustrated and despair, and worried and guilty, and all of those negative feelings. It's just all happening up inside here,
Yeah,
right?
only.
Yes, and that's why mindfulness, but in reality, that's in this current moment, there's no danger. There's no debt collector coming right at your door, right? So that's one of the reasons why we really think that mindfulness meditation is so important, because all of the anxiety and fear and worry is just our fear-based thoughts, the storyline that we are creating inside our brain. And so I just want to quickly ask Chikako, does mindfulness meditation mean that you have to just, sit on a couch and then just do 10-minute meditation? Or is there any other type of mindfulness meditation?
That's a very good question. So, yeah, so actually you can do it anywhere, unless like you are in the middle of the street. That's actually real fear. So, like, it's not
Yes.
safe. But somewhere safe, somewhere quiet. Well, it doesn't have to be even quiet. Somewhere safe, you can definitely do mindful meditation or mindfulness exercise or practice that you can do. So we can do that today quickly, and
Wow,
um,
that's awesome. Can we do like a quick
a very quick one. Right?
exercise today with you?
So when you hear meditation, oh, then that means I'm gonna sit and then close my eyes, and so that's not what we are going to do today. So you can
Mhm.
open your eyes, and
Okay.
we're gonna use our hands, or one hand is okay. So you can pick
Okay.
one hand, and you use five senses to connect with your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Be present with your hand and be mindful about your hand.
Mm.
So now, first, like sight. So you want to look at your hand for 30 seconds. Just really look at it with your eyes. Oh, wow, my hand is kind of reddish. I have lots of lines. Oh, my hand's kind of a little dry. Like you might, realize something about your hand. So this hand is not making noise, so we can't really use our ear to hear something. But maybe you can smell it. Here, smell your hand. I just ate my dinner, so it smells like dinner a little bit.
I smell soap from the just washing my hands, so I smell soap.
And now you want to touch the hand with the another hand. Really touch it. And feel the temperature. Is it dry or is it kind of a little wet? Yeah.
Mine is a little bit cold. It's cold here in Taiwan.
Oh, is it? Is it cold in Taiwan?
Yes, it is. We're still in winter. We're about to enter spring, but still considered winter. Yes, that's why it's cold.
Yeah. So what did you notice about your hand?
At least my hand I feel it's soft. And despite the cold, I feel a little bit of temperature and a little bit of humidity. Like probably it's a little bit of sweating because kind of feeling nervous right now doing this go live. So it's sweating a bit. So how about you, Jen?
It's warm, a bit sticky, maybe the weather is humid. And just gave me a feeling, actually a very funny feeling is I realized that I've never really touched myself and looked at myself like this. And it seemed like I have neglected this hand for a long time. As I look at it, then I'm like, wow, it's look a little bit wrinkled and dry compared to previously. So yeah, it made me realize that I never really had a good look at just a simple hand.
Yeah, I hear love. I hear love. Like, oh, I neglected my hands.
Yeah.
So when we do this mindfulness meditation or practice, you can be present to love with whatever you're, right now we practiced with our hand.
Yeah.
My hands got warmer when we're doing this. Feels like heat is coming out even more.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, like this is my discovery.
Yes.
So that whenever, as a woman, we might have some like cold parts, right? Like my feet are cold right now. But if you practice mindfulness, even like blood circulation, I get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this is a good practice, but I guess again, I think as a human being, it's so easy and so tempting to let our mind wander. Like a while ago, probably there's a few moments in time where I was thinking, okay, what am I gonna eat later on, or how am I gonna run to the grocery? So, what would you recommend, like when your mind wander off during meditation,
Mhm.
Chikako?
So my question is, did you have that thought when you were looking at your hands?
Yes, absolutely. So it's like
Mhm.
there's a fraction part of the time where it's like, oh, okay, I'm looking at my hands and oh, what am I gonna cook later on?
I see. Okay. And you weren't doing that at the same time. Your thoughts are alternating. Like you're mindful and you're off and you're thinking and you're back to mindfulness and you're thinking.
Mm,
So that's completely okay. That's why we're practicing.
yeah.
So you become better and better when you practice more, right? You say 5 minutes. If 5 minutes is really long, actually, right? To just do the mindfulness, right? But you can practice like with 2 minutes, and then you notice, okay, had some thoughts, right? So that's how our mind works. It's okay,
Mm.
right? So, and then you're not. Sometimes, like I can't meditate at all, like all thoughts, and then oh, I wasn't actually meditating, right? So that's completely okay. And even with that, practice makes a difference.
Yes.
Right.
Love
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I really want to share when I just started off when you asked us to look at my hand. I realized I was just staring at it without really looking at it.
Mm.
So it took me a while to sort of like, oh, I need to give this hand some tender loving care instead of just staring at it, because I was literally staring and then my mind was wandering away. So yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that sort of like teaches or reminds myself that be present in this moment. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. And it's okay not to be perfect.
That's right.
It's okay not to be fully mindful and present all the time, because I guess nobody has ever
Yep.
done it.
Yeah.
And the
Well, if
important
you,
thing is with the mindfulness meditation, it's a practice to strengthen our mind to come back to the present moment and simply feel calm and relax, and so that we have the extra energy to deal whatever we need to deal on our plate, right?
Yeah.
So thank you, Chikako, for leading this mindfulness meditation. And I've never done that kind of meditation of looking at my hands, because most of the time it's like, okay, I have to every morning 10 minutes like
right,
this.
right.
Yes, but it's
Right.
good. It's good because this is something that we could actually do on a daily basis while you're in the office, you're kind of bored or you're busy and you're feeling anxious. Like, look at your hands.
And
Look at
do
your
it with your
tender.
partner. Do it with your partner. Oh my God. This
Oh
you
yes.
can do it with your partner.
Oh, that's gonna enhance the relationship more. Your
Yeah.
partner is gonna love you more.
Yes. Try it.
Believe it. Yes. Anything else that
Great.
you want to add, Jen?
No, I think this is more than a perfect timing to do this. And as you say, um, what I really like about this is this mindfulness explanation session by Chicago actually gave me sort of a very condensed perspective that it actually brings joy to us. Being present in the moment brings joy. And I also think it brings gratitude to me. Yeah, I somehow feel that that feeling is like not just joyful, but it's very gratitude to what we have now at this moment. And nothing is more important than being here. Yeah, so we are not perfect, like you say, but we can do it bit by bit. And there's
Yeah.
no better time. This is Chinese New Year is coming. Let's start it brand new, fresh start.
Yes. And while we are celebrating Chinese New Year, I know we're gonna have a lot of food, a lot of celebration and gatherings and more calories. So no worries. Next week, Next episode, we're going to talk about fitness and wellness, because now that we have addressed our mind chatters, it's important for us to look after our body as well. So eat whatever you want during Chinese New Year. Next week, we're going to share tips and tricks on how to stay fit and take care of your temple, your body.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. With that, thank you so much, everyone. And once again, thank you, Chicago, for being here with us. And now we will see all of you next week. And
Yes.
Happy New Year to everyone who's celebrating it. And happy
Yes, happy
holidays
year of
to
the
everyone else.
dragon. May this year bring you more love, prosperity, abundance, and vitality, and health as well.
Okay,
Yes.
thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Bye,
you,
everyone.
Chicago.
Thank
Bye.
you, Chicago.